Okie dokie then. We have done our brown, we have done our white, we still have some cream. Now it's time to do the black. The black is going to be for the mane, the tail, and the hooves. So, you know, not too much. And then we can start with the shadows, like the dark brown areas. And then finally, we do the spots. And then I seal everything, and then I do a method that is called antiquing, which I only do on Windstones. I don't do this on anything else. I might do it on small miniatures that have a lot of detail, but that's about it. We're going to use a smaller brush. And this is going to be some fiddly work here. For one, I'm going to go inside the eye socket and make it black in there. I'm going to go up the nose and make that black too. But not inside the ears, because inside the ears are brown as well. So it now has black eye sockets. Very creepy, I know. They'll be hidden once her real eyes are glued in. And like I said, don't be afraid to use your finger to wipe off paint. Just be careful not to then touch areas of the statue you don't want to have that color on it. So see, now she has nose. And we can use the same color and just do the line of the mouth. Now, I don't have a very steady hand, so I'm probably going to have to... Yeah, we're going to have to go... Oof, I am making a mess. Oh, man, maybe I shouldn't have done this just yet. Oh, well, we'll make it work. Oh, well. I'm nothing if not resourceful and adaptable. Alright, well, she has a little bit of a face now. We'll clean it up later. Now we're going to do the... Now, you got to be really careful, because this is going from the black directly onto the white neck, and we do not want cross-contamination onto the white. So I'm actually... Sorry, I need to see for this, so I might end up going off camera, but I need to very, very carefully pick out each of the little strands of the hair. This might have been the wrong brush for it, because it's a very ratty brush that isn't very straight. So this may have been a mistake, but hopefully it'll be okay. I don't really have a good brush with me right now. I'm just gonna be as careful as I can. Whew. Sorry, this might actually be easier for me to do off camera, just so I can hold it where I need to hold it without worrying about if I'm on or off camera. Yeah, I think I might do that. Alright, I'll be right back when I'm done with this. This is a bit fiddly work that I think I need pure concentration for. Alright, welcome back. It's been quite a while, actually. My hand kind of hurts, but we got all the black done. The hooves, the mane, the tail, and I also did the, rings around the lower wings, so I also did the flight feathers on the back. So yeah, now it's time to start doing shading. For that, I have a darker brown than the brown we've been using, and we're going to start off with that, and it's eager to come out of the bottle apparently. We're going to use a little brush. And we're going to just use this dark brown for all the shading. So way down here at the bottom, just bring it on down. You know what, we're going to need a little bit of this brown too, just to mix it with for a proper blending. I know I said blending is hard, but it's not impossible. It's just a little bit more difficult. Hold on, I need a drink. I've actually been out here most of the afternoon doing this, so I've probably been pushing myself too far, inhaling too many paint fumes, but I want to paint. I want to keep painting, so I'm going to keep painting. Alright. I also still have a little bit of black if I need a really dark shadow. Trying to be careful as time goes on. I find myself being less careful just because I'm getting tired and a tiny bit of a headache, probably from inhaling too much paint. But like I said, I really want to keep painting, so I'm just gonna keep painting, even though I probably shouldn't. Ooh, that's a little too thick. Actually, you know what? That might be okay. It's a shadow. Sorry, you probably can't really see what I'm doing because this is a very awkward location to get on camera. But I'm gonna try my best. We need more of this brown. Because basically we need to get in all these little areas and start telling them apart from the other areas through shadows and stuff like that. It's probably hard to describe, but basically, like, where the legs overlap can be really hard to tell apart. And it probably isn't coming across clearly in the picture either, but if we use dark shadows, we can help say this leg is behind that leg because it's darker and therefore it's in more shadow and behind it. It gives you the illusion that it's a farther back. Sorry, this is a very awkward location to try and paint in. Hold on, I got too much black on my paint. I got too much black on my paintbrush. Sorry, I just whacked my microphone too. I don't have a lot of space over here, alright? Just so you guys know. I don't have a very big desk for this. I have my laptop on one side with my program up so I can see if I'm on camera. And then I have my little tiny painting area, and then my microphone is crammed on the other side as close as I could get it without whacking it too much. But every now and then I still whack things. Trust me, it's going okay. Trust me, you might not be able to see it very well, but it's going all right. We're basically just trying to get shadows down in this darker area where the legs are all folded up. Because you don't want it to be the same color as everything else, because then it's not going to look good. It's not going to look 3D. I am going to probably have to stop soon and take a break and continue this another day, however, because I am starting to feel the strain. Like I said, I've actually been out here painting for hours now. You guys are only seeing little snippets of it because I'm not recording the entire time. But it has been a while, and I am starting to feel it. So I don't know if you can see, but we've kind of darkened this whole area up. And we're going to darken up the underside of this hoof here. Get some of this dark brown. Actually, we need it even darker. We're going to get a teeny tiny bit of black. And we're just going to fill in up here. Because we want to enhance the 3D nature of this statue. We want it to look shadow and highlights. But we don't want to we don't want to get the brown on the white like I messed up here. We don't want to we want to minimize mistakes because that's just going to make it difficult in the long run. Now the leg, this front leg is folded over, so we want to put dark in here, but again, we don't want to go over the white, so got to be very careful in here. I don't know if this is coming across on the video at all, but I really am trying. Sorry, I think I'm actually off camera. Terribly sorry. It's really hard to keep track. Yeah, I think once I finish with the brown shadows, I'll call it for today. Pick it up again tomorrow. You guys won't know the difference. It's all going to be one video, but maybe it'll be one video. I don't actually know how long the videos I've recorded so far are. I'll have to check the time length and see if it needs to be 2 videos. Can't imagine it needs to be 2 videos. Sorry, I'm just kind of, like I said, I'm getting tired and I'm also just trying to concentrate. And I know I'm not doing a good job of showing it on camera. Maybe I'll play some Red Dead after this just for further inspiration with my horse. Maybe maybe some of my friends will be online and I can play with them tonight. I have a brush trying to escape. That's no good. This is also a time where we can go back over that really pale white-brown mix we did and darken it up to the color I wanted it to be. I'm really bad at maintaining my brushes, though. I tend to paint roughly and ruin my brushes. I don't know if that's making any difference on camera, but it's looking a lot better down here. Oops, I just got brown on my finger. We don't want that. So we're going to just keep adding this dark brown shade. I'm going to outline these shoulders here. Luckily, this statue has great contours, so I can see exactly where the shadows need to go, because the artist is a great artist and knows her muscle anatomy, especially for horses. So it's working out very well that way. Now the whole underside of the jaw we're just going to paint with this dark brown color, because I mean it's in shadow, it's on the underside. The face, we want to make sure we do a really good job on the face. But first I want to get this neck done. We're going to wrap the shadows around the jawbone here. I mean, you just have to keep in mind, where is their shadow? Like, where would the sun hit it? Where would the light fall compared to everything else? Now we could fix our mistakes we made around the mouth as well. And I'm trying to blend it before it dries, just so we have, because blending is nice. It's nice to have blending. You don't want to have stark separations, which is hard because, like I said, it dries really fast on this statue, but it's not impossible. It's just a bit more difficult than it would be on a different material. Now we're going to start, sorry, was I off camera this whole time? I'm going to outline the lower jaw. We're going to do under the nostril, going to do the mouth, and under the chin. Like I said, luckily the artist who does these has a really good grasp on anatomy for the horse. So she makes it really easy to know where, because you just follow the curves of the statue. You're saying, okay, it curves under here, so that will be in shadow. It curves up to here, so that will have a bit more highlight. So she makes it easy. And if you go over the mane, we can just go over it again in black. It's quite okay. I'm kind of just mixing light brown and dark brown right now, trying to get the right shadow composition. Hopefully what I'm doing makes sense. Ooh, that's a little too heavy. Oops, my mistake. Oh, the horse looks so sad from this angle. Under the chin, we're just going to have all shadows. Come over here, get some of our lighter brown color. Cover that over the nose. And we'll redo the nostrils as well. It's okay. Don't worry. It's a little too obvious brush strokes on this side of the face, so we need to smooth that out a little. I think I let it dry too quick without adding the light brown to it. Ow. This thing is surprisingly hard when you whack your hand against it. Sorry, I'm going off camera again. It's so difficult. I do like painting. I'm glad you guys like my painting videos. I hope, like I said, I hope you guys don't mind that this is not a dinosaur this time around, because so far I've only painted dinosaurs. But I do like to paint. I want to expand beyond dinosaurs, okay? I like dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are cool. But I want to do more, you know? I want to play games that aren't just dinosaur games. I want to paint things that aren't just dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs. They're awesome. But I do want to expand my horizons, and I don't want to be so tied down into only one type of game, which would be dinosaur games. I don't want that. I want to be able to do anything, whatever my heart desires. If I want to paint a Pegasus, I want to be able to paint a Pegasus. If I want to paint a dragon, I want to be able to paint a dragon. So hopefully you can see the difference. Yeah, hopefully you can see the difference in the shadows are making. We're gonna do the, hold on, I need to put it down. We're gonna do the top of the wings now, because we gotta divide this. Now, the antiquing step that we're going to do at the very end, before we put the eyes in, is a fun step. We're not going to worry about it right now because that's at the end. But it's similar to what I'm doing right now, but it's going to bring out all of this beautiful detail. But we have to finish it and seal it first, because it has to be sealed and completely dry for the step. So, I'll get to that another day. I'll probably just make this one video. This doesn't need to be. It might be a little bit of a long video, but you know what? Whatever. I really don't think it needs to be 2 videos. All right. So for this, I'm going to put the shadow where the feathers overlap. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing, but it's easier to do the top of these wings while it's sitting on my desk, not being held. Sorry if I'm not talking as much. Like I said, it's actually been a good few hours that I've been out here doing this, and I'm starting to get tired. But I want to finish this brown before I call it for the day and continue tomorrow. I hope you guys appreciate. I like doing this, so I'm happy to do the work, but I do hope you guys like it as well, because if people are like, oh, we don't like it when you do these, I'm gonna be like, oh, that's a lot of wasted effort. So far, though, no one has said that, but we'll see. These wings are going to have like banding and stripes like a red-tailed hawk, because that's what I'm doing the wings based on, but for now we're just getting the brown done correctly. Sorry about the scraping. I'm going to just add some more of this brown color in here. There we go. Progress has been made. We're going to add a little bit of this on the face over here. Now, highlight-wise, I guess we can do highlights real quick. Highlight-wise, for the brown, we're going to use this golden brown again, just like we did earlier. I guess it's more yellow than golden brown. And we're just going to get a little bit of it. And just like with the shadows, only opposite, we're going to be like, all right, well, the sun hits here. Actually, we need to mix this with the brown some more. Yeah, just like that. And so we're like, okay, well, the sun hits here, the top of the eye, the edges of the ears, the top of the nostrils, basically where the light would hit the horse's face. We're going to add just a little bit of this golden brown color. Like definitely down the muzzle. Sorry, I'm off camera again, aren't I? Gosh dang it, I'm so sorry. Like I said, especially when I'm doing work on the face, it's difficult to stay on camera. I got a little thick there. Yeah, just gonna go over it a few times, because we are painting light on top of dark. We're gonna have to go over it a couple more times to make sure it stays. But it's subtle, but it does help. Gotta make sure I don't get too... Oop, I smacked that a little hard into the desk. But yeah, basically wherever you think the light would hit the horse's face is where the highlight goes. We'll do the white tomorrow, I think. And then we'll add the spots and do the mane and tail. Black is hard to shade, but it's not impossible. And like I said, a lot of this is layers. Because you just want to layer it. You don't want to just goop it on. You need to work it in there in small, careful layers. And now this is the display side, aka the side that people would see the most. So that's where I'm going to focus most of my work, because if the sunlight is coming from this direction, then this direction is going to be fairly dark. Not completely dark, but fairly dark. And we're going to just keep it that way. I probably should have shaded this side more. Maybe I'll do that later, but right now I'm just focusing on getting the brown parts highlighted. Hopefully you can see the difference it's making. Like I said, I don't really know how good my webcam is until afterwards, and it always seems to change. So hopefully you can see the difference in shadow and highlights on the face. maybe not. I really don't know if it's coming out at all. It's coming out in person. Like, I'm actually very happy with how it's looking in person. I don't know how it's looking on the video. So now I'm going to do the knees. The knees are going to have highlights, of course. The legs, as they go up to the body, will have highlights because they're getting hit by the sun. Yeah, it's more of this normal brown down here. There we go. Add a little bit more of this yellow brown to do here. Because even though the model, the statue is 3D, you know, it's a 3D statue, it needs the shadows to really sell it. If you just paint it flat, it's not gonna have the same effect. We need some shadows on this foot over here. I mean, it's not shadows, we need some highlights on this foot over here. There we go. We're slowly making progress. Now there's not going to be any highlights here, but we can clean it up a little because it is a little rough on the belly, where I tried to blend these and they didn't blend very well. And now that it's dry, I can see that, so we're going to just do it again. Do another coat. There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And voila. I guess we could do the white. It wouldn't take that long. It's basically just adding more cream to the body. Sorry if I ever whack the microphone or whack the webcam. Like I said, I don't actually have a lot of space. So we're gonna get some of our cream that we used at the very, very beginning. We're just gonna go back through and add shadows where there would be shadows, like under this arm muscle here, or along this ridge right here where there's a separation between the bones. And don't be afraid, you can go over the brown again. If you go over your brown with the white, you can just fix that up. It's easier to put dark on top of light than it is to put light on top of dark. You know, can add a little bit of this yellow color, I think. Let's see how that looks. Or experiment with it over here. Yeah, that's okay. It makes a nice deep shadow for the white. But we don't want to use it too heavily, because then the horse is going to look like a palomino, not a white Appaloosa. But it'll give us a little bit of leeway for the white areas to make them a little darker without going too dark. Now, like I said, don't be worried if you go over brown. We can put that back. Same with the black. We can just put it back in. And we can always pull the white out again if we need to brighten some areas back up. We're also going to do this with the feathers a little bit. But first I want to get around the mane. And like I said, I'll be able to go back over the areas of black that I've accidentally splashed white onto. I think I still have some white on. Yeah, I still have some white on the palette, so we can use that to help blend this a little bit. It's a bit dry, but oh well, it's working. That's all I ask for my paint, is that it works. But I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. We are getting close to being finished. And I might do a little bit of work on my own, like do the gray banding, because that's just going with the gray and going over the feathers, which honestly wouldn't be that exciting to do. The hardest part is trying to get a smooth blend before it dries, because it dries so quick. But I'm pretty happy with how it's looking. See if I can't go over this accidental oopsie I made of the yellow, just so I can put the spots exactly where I want them to be, unless where I made mistakes. We do have some mistakes that we could try to at least cover up a little bit more. Like there, and between the wings down here I got a lot of brown. Oopsie. There we go. You know, maybe I will shadow this side a little bit more. Let's get a bigger brush for that. Because that side is in shadow. It should have more of that cream color and less of the white. Use this brush. So we're going to just go a little bit more heavy on the cream on this other side because this is in the shadow. If it's in shadow, it should be shadowed. So it's just going to be darker on this side. Just to really sell that it's a 3D model and one side of it is not as in the light as the other side. This is probably terribly not coming out in the video, but I hope you guys can understand. And like I said, if I start doing this more often, I will pick up a better webcam. It just depends on if I do this or not, because more often, because I don't want to spend the money on a nicer webcam if I'm never going to use it often enough to make it worth it. You know what I mean? So mostly it just depends on if people actually like what I'm doing, especially non-dinosaur stuff, because I'm not going to be buying enough dinosaur models to warrant having a webcam or buying a fancy webcam. At least it's darker than it was. It's in more shadow. We could add a little bit of this gold brown color to it too, just to really get under this belly area. Oops, whacked my light. I have to have a light on now because it's actually getting darker. Because like I said, I've actually been at this for most of the afternoon. For a good couple hours now I've been working away at this, so probably need to take a break, but I keep finding more things to do instead of taking a break. Whoops. All right, we're gonna just do a little bit of tinting on the wings because they're gonna stay white, but we can add a little bit of this off-white where they overlap, just to help sell that they are 3D. And we can go back over the black rings, don't worry. Yeah, we're just gonna do a little bit of wing shadowing here, just to give the feathers a little bit of definition and depth is the word I was looking for. I think it's difficult for you guys to see now because this light is kind of washing everything out. Oh, there's an ice cream truck going by in the middle of March. Why is that? This isn't the time for ice cream. I wonder if you guys can hear that or not. If you can, I'm sorry, but yeah, ice cream truck, how about that, huh? I am not gonna go get some. It's actually almost dinner time for me. Getting hungry. Can you see that shadowing on the wings there? Like, if I turn off the light, it's really dark. Or if I turn the light on, it's really bright. So I'm not exactly sure what to do because it's too dark or it's too bright. But I'm gonna finish this wing, then I swear I'm gonna get off for today and finish it tomorrow when I have better lighting as well. I might work on it for a little bit on my own, just further doing this. But I mean, it's the exact same process. Anything I do on my own is gonna be the exact same process of just highlighting and shadowing. I might get the spots done, but that's just gonna literally be dabbing my brush on the horse. But we'll see how far I get. I might just be done with painting for a while and finish it another time. We'll see. I don't know what I feel like. Once I get started painting something, I kind of just want to keep doing it, so it depends on how I feel after a break. It's definitely getting too dark for me to record, and I don't have a very good recording spot when it's dark out. This light kind of washes everything out too much. All right, I think we're about done here. Anyways, I think I'll finish this up tomorrow. Been at it for way too long today.